So Chevrolet has just released the full model year changes and pricing information for the 2027 Chevy Equinox. And despite this vehicle being largely a carryover in its current generation, there are some interesting changes, including the discontinuation of a popular color, the discontinuation of the CVT transmission for front-wheel drive equipped Equinoxes, and some sneaky pricing changes that have occurred throughout the 2026 model year that do carry through into 2027. So I'm currently sitting in a 2025 Chevy Equinox RS all-wheel drive because I wanted to highlight some of the minor interior color combination changes coming to this particular trim level here for 2027. Now, as usual, starting out with the deletions for the 27 model year, there's one exterior color that is being discontinued, and that is Cacti Green. Now, this was a very popular color and the hero color that they showcased for the active or the more off-road version of the Equinox for 2025 and 2026. Of course, it's the one I saw very first at the 2023 or 2024 Chicago Auto Show. So that is a little bit of a bummer, but it is being replaced by a new one, which we'll touch on in just a second, as well as the CVT transmission for front-wheel drive Equinoxes is being replaced by a new 8-speed automatic, likely very similar to the one found in the all-wheel drive model. So I think that is a huge celebratory factor and an improvement for the front-wheel drive Equinox, because I know a lot of people out there do not want a CVT. So 8-speed automatic will be standard for both front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive for 2027. Now, moving on to the new features and the colors for the Equinox. The Autumn Harvest Metallic is going to be replacing Cacti Green. Unfortunately, we don't know exactly what that color is going to look like as of me filming this video, but it is going to be available, I believe, on LT and active only, not going to be found on RS variants. The connected cameras capable system is coming to the Equinox as a late availability feature as part of the safety and technology package. And if you're not familiar with connected cameras, essentially it uses the exterior, and I believe there's an interior camera that will be accessible via the MyLink app or the smartphone app for these vehicles. It was a feature that was supposed to be found on 2025 and newer Tahoe and Suburban at first. I believe that has still not been implemented on those particular vehicles. Maybe it will be for 2027 now. As I mentioned, the new 8-speed automatic for front-wheel drive powertrain equipped models, as well as the black and red interior accents on this RS trim level will now only be torch red accented instead of the torch red and sanitary blue stitching, which the 2025 and 2026s have had on this particular trim level. So essentially on the door panels, the seats, the center console, and the rear door panels and seats, there's only going to be red accent stitching. It will no longer feature the red and blue, which I personally found very interesting, but actually a unique flair that the RS had over that of basically every other automaker out there, that if they offer a red accented interior, it's usually black and red, no additional colors, but Chevy decided to implement a little bit of the blue stitching. Now, in terms of availability of the 2027 model year, we do have a little bit of information as far as that goes. The 2026 model year build out date, so final production, is going to be May 29th of 2026, and after that point, they will be building 2027s, which means probably about 4 to 6 weeks after that date, they will start arriving on dealership lots. Of course, as we know, these are built currently in Mexico and appear to be continuing built at that particular facility. So sometime in basically the middle of summer, these vehicles will start arriving on dealership lots. Now, in terms of the information you guys are probably most curious about, and I am actually very interested in to explain to you guys, and that is the pricing information. For 2027, it's actually not going to change too much from the current 2026 model year pricing. However, if you look back at startup production for 2026, that's where things get very interesting. For 2027, the LT front-wheel drive or entry-level Equinox will be going up $200 and starting at $30,995, including destination. Active front-wheel drive will be $35,895, as well as the RS is the identical price point of the active trim level. Basically, pick which one you want in terms of styling and things like that, is also $35,895, and it is a $2,000 upcharge for all-wheel drive on any variation. And as you can see, LTs are going up $200, active and RSs are going up a total of $300, but that is not the entire story. Looking at some of the packages that you can add on top of these standard MSRPs, the safety and technology package is $1,140 or a $195 increase. The Midnight Edition is not going up, but is $1,045 or $895 with sunroof. The Convenience Package 2, only found on LT, is $2,050. The Convenience Package 3 is only available on Active and RS, as that Convenience 2 is already standard. $1,095, going up $145 from last year. And then we have panoramic sunroof and trailering packages staying the same respectively. Now, the item I really want to touch on in terms of pricing for the Equinox, along with some of their other vehicles within their lineup, is even though the MSRPs are not increasing significantly, the thing that has during the 2026 model year is the destination charges. Now, this has been something that has been recently discussed across the media community as to whether or not including destination and charges in their press material or reporting on these vehicles is pertinent. I think it has always been pertinent and should have been included in the actual quoting of final pricing, because consumers don't have an option to pay this charge. It is included in the total MSRP and what you pay at the dealership. But for 2026, the Equinox started out at $1,395 destination charge, and currently at the end of 2026 model year, it is up to $1,995, or a $600 increase in destination charges alone. Now, during the model year as well, they have implemented a $200 MSRP adjustment or increase on top of that $600, so it has gone up roughly $800 during the 2026 model year. And when you factor that into the 2027 increase, which is $200 or $300 base, plus some of the additional package increases, the effective MSRP increase from 2026 model year start of production to 2027 model year start of production is anywhere from a total of $1,000 on the base side of things, the least most increase, up to $1,840 increase for basically a fully loaded RS variant of the Equinox. And this is roughly a 4.8 to 4.9% total MSRP increase. Overall, this is kind of a common theme that General Motors is doing across their model lineup, is increasing the destination charges anywhere from $200 all the way up to $600, which we saw on the Equinox, for example. And some of the more full-size vehicles and the trucks have over a $2,000 destination charge currently, which is, just a larger, heavier vehicle, which might cost more to transport. But at the end of the day, destination charges are on the up and up. So just want to put that out there and provide you guys that information. If you're looking for a 2027 Chevy Equinox, curious about what is actually changing with these vehicles, and of course they should be out sometime in the midsummer. Other than that, I think the Chevy Equinox, after currently getting familiar with this vehicle once again, offers a decent amount of value for the dollar, but it means a fully loaded Equinox with all of the additional packages is going to exceed $40,000 now, and all-wheel drive, which puts it basically in the thick of it in terms of the competitive set for some of the competitors that offer fully loaded hybrids at a very similar price point, right around $41,000, $42,000. And this vehicle, of course, is not a hybrid and comes with just a kind of adequate 1.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder. Nice to see the 8-speed automatic is going to be standard, but ultimately, I think there are some downfalls of the Chevy Equinox for $40,000 or plus. It doesn't offer a premium audio system, which this audio system, quite frankly, is not adequate for the price point. I immediately got in and it kind of sucks. I do like how the panoramic sunroof is a standalone additional item that you can add. It's not forced upon basically choosing the highest trim level like a lot of other manufacturers do. But there is quite a bit of plastic. And, I think that the highlights or the benefits of this vehicle are the seats. They're pretty comfortable, they're pretty soft, and the suspension tuning is excellent. But the technology, no GM Super Cruise available at all as an option. Some of the standard adaptive cruise control driver assistance isn't that great. No lane centering, and I don't think their UI is that intuitive or that great to use. Even though it does feature built-in Google integration with wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, it's just not my preference in terms of the screens and things like that, in terms of how they look and function. So I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think of these 2027 model year changes coming to the popular Chevy Equinox down in the comment section below. As always, make sure to check out some of my driving review, dedicated likes and dislikes of this current generation Equinox, which I have posted here on the channel. And with all that being said, I appreciate your continued support and hope to see you guys in the next one.